Hello YouTubers, this is the Living Country here with a gardening video. We're back in my back porch slash greenhouse where I've been growing a lot of my tomatoes and whatnot. And I just wanted to do a quick video here on this hydroponic system I just put together because some of the videos I watched, because I watched a lot of videos and did a lot of research before I went and started putting this together, didn't really cover a lot of the questions I had, so I figured I'd go over this pretty quick. Now, down below is my, if my dog can get out of the way, is my Reservoir Tank. It has a small pump I bought on Amazon for like 13 bucks. And I got a small aerator in there because I got 10 goldfish. And I'm not doing the chemicals where you put the fertilizer in. I'm trying the fish for now to see how they work. I'm just going to freehand this. As you can see, I got 10 goldfish in there, a couple rocks. Now here's my pump. And I'm not sure what size it is. Of course, when you buy something on Amazon, it's a little bit difficult to find out what tubing it uses. This one came with several different bulkheads for that. Anything from a 1/2 inch or a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch is what that is. And then over here is just a small aerator. Now, I put a bag of rocks with a twisty tie on them to hold my tube down because when the water comes back in, this kicks everywhere and it'll hold the aerator down. I got a small timer back here from Walmart, and I have it set 30 minutes on, 30 minutes off for both the aerator and the pump because the goldfish don't really need air. It helps them live longer if you have it, so I figured 30 minutes on, 30 minutes off would really help them. Now, when you're getting into this, one of the things I found is this is an Ebb and Flow Kit. I got it on Amazon, and it comes with the overflow and then the pump. Now, the problem with this is they sell the bulkheads for it, but the pump going in is a 1/2 inch diameter tube to go over the pump like that, which the end part there. And the output, though, is bigger. Now, a 1/2 inch fits snugly inside that, which is what I did. I just pushed it up inside there, and it drains fine. But they don't, of course, they don't list that on Amazon, but it's a simple fix. I believe they even sell extra bulkheads on there. I just bought a heavy-duty tank construction bin for the bottom and then a slightly lighter one for the top, spray painted it black. Now, obviously, I'm going to put a lot more rocks in here, and these are my makeshift containers, just some holes drilled in the bottom to let water up in and then down. I didn't buy any of the cups, which you obviously can. I'm going to make my own, but this was just, I just wanted to get it set up, and I got one of my tomato clones in there. I got the rest of them over here, which is another video. Will be on there eventually soon. And I just bought these river rocks. Instead of buying the expensive stuff from the stores, these were $1. I bought like 5 bags of them. That's just a sunflower that wasn't doing too great in the little Jiffy pot, so I decided to put them in here and give that a shot. I put this one in here because you can see his roots were already growing down. So I figured I'd give him a shot, put him in. Now, like I said, one of the things they didn't cover in the videos is your overflow. When the water gets to here, it automatically starts draining down. And we're going to turn this on real quick here. I'll just flip it on and show you. As I said, the pump's actually really quiet. The humming, if you can hear it, is actually the aerator. This pump itself is very quiet. And it's going to pull the water down. Now, you can see the bubble line. Here's the water, here's the bubble line. That's where it stops. That's why I had to get such a big container instead of my actual fish tank, because it would take too much water for the fish out. Here's my aerator with the stones on top of it and the intake tube holding it down, which you'll see in a minute here. As you can see, the pump's pumping water up in. A little bit of debris in there. It's going to pump the water up in, and it fills right to about, it comes up about 3 of these before it gets too full, which is below water level and be good for the roots. Now, if you can get a timer for 15 minutes on and then 45 off, that would be probably ideal. I wasn't going to have one shipped to me. It was going to be like $30 where I found it. So what I just did is I got one from Lowe's, but it didn't have the ground plug to it. Went to Walmart, discovered that they had them with the ground adapters on them. Took the one back to Lowe's, bought one from Walmart, then decided I wanted to put the, because it gets warm back here, I wanted to definitely have aeration in the water for the fish. So I went back and got one with the 2 plugs, so the pump, the submersible pump and the air pump are both on a timer together. That way, like I said, it kicks on. Now at night, since it's not very hot at night, and this isn't inside, and they're not growing at night, I actually I have it set so that it's off a little bit longer, so they're not being flooded all night long. And I don't know what the electricity is going to run me on this. Hopefully not a lot. This is actually for, and I have them in a tray here, is I'm growing lettuce, and that's what I wanted this whole setup for, was to grow my own lettuce. Alright, as you can see, it's about there. One thing I did notice is this is a flimsy one. As you can see, it does bow out a little bit. With the lid on it, it doesn't, but I have to cut holes in the lid, and I'm not sure how I want to do this yet, so this is all trial and error for me, but I'm just trying to show you the setup and answer some questions here that I noticed weren't answered. Now you can hear it draining. Now you can even make one of these with a piece of pipe if you wanted, but as you can see, it's starting to drain, and that keeps up really well with the pump, considering they're both half-inch tubing coming through there. And now we're going to shut this off. But my question is when this water reaches here and no longer, as you can see here, is no longer able to drain back down through this, is how is it draining down through? Well, simple answer is that right there creates a backflow. Water flows back down into there. So once that overflow is no longer pulling water down through it, your output will now become an input and pull the water back down into your reservoir tank. Draining this down to, I believe it's about, it might be like a 1/4 of an inch from the bottom up, which you wanted a little bit, you want a little bit of water to stay in here, but oh well. But when you get the Ebb and Flow Kit, as you can see here, it comes with little rubbers too around to make a tight seal, which you definitely want. Otherwise, you'll have to buy them. If you do it with pipe, you got to find a way to seal it. Seems like there's a lot of issues when people try to do that. So that's why I went with the kit. I wasn't gonna go with the kit, but it was actually cheaper to buy the kit and the pump from Amazon and get free shipping than it would have been to pay for the shipping just for the pump. So the kit was like $8 and the pump was like 13 or something like that, and it works out pretty good. So as you can see here, when the water goes back down, the roots are exposed, gives it some. Now these will grow down the rock. This is only going to be here for another couple days, and then he's going out in the garden, and gives them time to get oxygen back into their system. And then when the water flows back up, the waste and ammonia and everything, everything from the fish will get pumped right up into them. They clean the water, send it back down to the fish. Now, I've seen it with like 2 fish for a smaller tank, so I got 10 because they were cheap. See? Water drains back down. And all you're left with is a little bit in here. That way you're not drowning your plants. That was my biggest question when I was looking into this whole system, was how does that extra water drain back out? Because no one really covered that. So I figured I'd give a quick video here on my setup, and if you have any questions about it, it was fairly simple to set up. Just took a little bit of time buying the materials. The tubing I got from Lowe's was like, I think 30 cents a foot. I got 6 foot of it. The kit, the bins were the most expensive part. I think that one was $12 and the other one was like $6 or $7. And for my makeshift cups, I just took Mountain Dew bottles and drilled holes in the bottom so they drain out the bottom completely. And as you can see, they're working pretty good for now. I'll get cups eventually here. And the rocks are from my garden. I just washed them so there wasn't anything on them. So any questions, comments, any ideas for improving it? I know putting the lid on it would help keep the water clean so that algae doesn't grow in it. I'm going to get to that eventually here. And I'm going to put some more rocks in the bottom for the fish because they all like to see the huddle on the one side. But that's my aquaponics system. My startup anyways, just to give it a shot here for growing my lettuce. Thanks.